Assalamu alaikum everyone, Exhibition Cadet Sabir Shah here, and this video is a, a rebuttal, you could say, to ATE Chouet, a French ex-fighter pilot. He's flown plane to fly Rafale as well in the Gulf War. That's what he mentioned in his last video. I am an ex-aviation cadet. My tenure in Pakistan Air Force was about 2.5 years. When I was at the age of 17, I joined Pakistan Air Force, and I flew my first mission at the age of 18 years and 10 months old. And I completed my first aircraft, Mashak, which was a propeller aircraft, MFI-17, have decoming engines, 50 hours of flying. And that was the time when China gave Pakistan the first jets, which Pakistan and China made in collaboration, called Karakoram 8. I have flown that one. I was among the pioneers of those planes. Even Chinese didn't do solo on those aircrafts, but the Pakistani pilots, the cadets, we did it. And at that time, my age was 18 years, 19 years and about 6 months old. And then we were switched to the American T-37As and T-37Bs, one of the best aircrafts which we have. So I have completed my what you call the maneuvering on Mashak circuit flying. Then on K8 we did the BFMs, the basic fighting maneuvers, and by the way, that was without the G suit because China just gave us those aircrafts, and our officers were in hurry to test them on the cadets. Those were we had the experience of 50 hours of flying only, and that's how they got us to fly these airplanes. And our G suits were even not ready. And imagine flying BFM without the G suit. Constant 5 to 6 Gs were being pulled, and man, that was a hell of a lot of experience. I remember till to the day. Then on T-37s, I did my instrument flying, I did my navigation, I did my formation, I did my basic maneuvering, and then the advanced maneuvering on T-37As and Bs. So this is my whole experience, less than 200 hours. And I left Air Force in 1996 for my personal reasons. So just stayed for 2.5 years. So it's been about 29 years that I haven't touched, apart from the gliders, I haven't touched the aircrafts. I didn't join the airliners as well because that was not my dream to be an airline pilot. So this is a little introduction about me. So ATE CHUET, bonjour monsieur, comment ça va? Hope that you're fine. And I saw your video, it was good. But the thing is, because your main analysis is based on the debrief given by the Indian Air Force officer, in which you already mentioned that someone is going to be demoted because of that the debriefing. That's how unprepared those people are. They are not serious fighters. I mean, they doomed the name of such a nice aircraft, Rafale, by their bloody stupid actions. I mean, it's the pilot, it's not the machine. We know that from Top Gun. So the first thing is that the debrief, the rounds you mentioned 4 rounds. The order is totally wrong. And then the second thing is the objective of this whole drama which was staged. The objectives, India didn't achieve their objectives. Third thing is, please do not label those kids, those children who were killed by Indians. Those were children, and there are pictures of those children. So they were not terrorists. A child cannot be a terrorist, and these were civilians. So Indian Air Force killed the civilians. This is not acceptable. They are not terrorists. You cannot start naming people by this because the Indian Air Force was saying so. You just got into that one. So I hope that, being such a professional pilot, like the way I love your videos, you should call those innocent people civilians. So I will go through the video, and the points I want to go through are through the video. There's a few things which need to be addressed. I mean, first thing is the rounds. Okay, Indians claim that round 1 was on 6th or 7th of May. No, sir. Round 1 was started on April 26th and 27th when the first 4 Raphael tried to penetrate into Pakistan, and Pakistan retaliated right away. The jets were scrambled, and they couldn't, whatever they wanted to do, they couldn't do it, and they had to go back. They were spotted at LOC. How were they spotted? Let's keep that aside. But that was a confirmation by Indian side as well that on 26th and 27th they tried to do something. And they came up with 16 other aircraft. So there were 20 altogether, 4 Rafales and 16, probably mid-21s, mid-29s, or Sukhoi 30, whatever they have. So there was a cover of these aircraft. So that was round one. If you go beyond that, that also the objectives and the goals of a war. Pahalgam attack, we call it false flag attack because there are no terrorists captured and they just disappeared from the planet Earth. And they could not find any proofs, evidence to link it back to Pakistan. Pakistan has just cleared from FATF, and FATF is not, and their main headquarters is in Paris. And they're not stupid people. There are about 40 countries in FATF, and they've given full clearance to Pakistan. Pakistan is out of the grey list as well. There are no terrorist places in Pakistan. We are actually the victim of the terrorism. So if you do not believe in your own FATF, it's up to you because they've given a clean chip to Pakistan. There are no terrorist camps in Pakistan. There were training camps back in times. We accept that. We admit that. It's not a lie. We used to have them, not anymore. So that thing is done. Second thing, Pakistan, after the round one, when India started to, we are going to which means that we will penetrate into the southern borders, and then we are going to hit those terrorist camps, which they attacked the civilian mosques. We were telling them from the day one that let's go to the neutral venue and let's talk about that. You present your evidence. If we find any links to people in our country, we will give them to you. That's what Pakistani government said. But if there are no evidence, please do not label anything. It's not 2001 where every Muslim was a terrorist. Forget about that one now. That's a past. That's a history. It's gone now. You cannot label, you cannot accuse anyone of saying that. So anyhow, coming back to the point. So after all this drama, what's going on? Back to the top table at the neutral venue. So who won? We. Because we were telling them to do that in the beginning. And after losing so many Rafale, so many jets, S-400 batteries, and many runways were damaged, and 77 drones, Israeli drones, and yet you had to talk to us on the table on a neutral venue. So actually, we won. Second thing about the rounds. So the rounds I told you, round one was the false flag attack. Round two was 26th of April, 27th of April, the night between that one. Then round three was May 6th and 7th, which in our time zone, it was May 7th, but in your time zone in France, because you're GMT plus something. So that's May the 6th. And that was a time when this biggest aerial BVR fight happened in this modern era. And we claimed to down their few of the which we already talked about in the previous video as well. And I have replied to that video as well. And the things which were left, I've covered them all in video one. This is my video two. I'm replying to this video, specific video which you did today. So, May 6th and 7th. Now, India says, as you also claimed, that Pakistan sent 53 drones and 50 of them were neutralized and 3 of them they made roads into it. False. Pakistan did not do anything apart from that 6 to 7 nights when we scrambled. We did down their S-400 battery on that night because our mission was from air to air, from air to surface, and then from surface to air, and then surface to surface. So we had 4 caps of different aircrafts, 42 altogether, and they were doing their roles assigned to them. So one of them was to attack these S-400 batteries, and we did destroy one of their batteries. They have altogether, they have 4 batteries, and now they have 3. So next day, Modi was there to have a speech, and they brought the battery from somewhere else because we clearly showed what we did in our press conference. Well, again, let's not talk about that one. So we did not reply them until May 10th. Go to Twitter and check all the Pakistani accounts, whatever you see, and you will see people were frustrated that why are we not replying them? Why are we not giving them an answer? And people were really demoralized by 10th. So round 2, Pakistan sending drone did not happen on May 6th till May 10th. That happened on May 10th morning at Pakistan time, 4:39, when our first plane took off to reply to India. So round 3 was actually round 2. You know what I mean? Round 3, which was when Indians jets, when they attacked the Nurhan base and then 2 other bases. That was a turning point. Right after 30 minutes, Pakistani fighters jets scrambled and they started attacking Indian bases. Indian media and even in Indian press conference, they admitted that 42 points were hit within India. Now they claim that our aircraft went in, but we claim no. We don't need to get in. We don't need to go in. We have a range of PL-15 extended, a range of 300 to 400 kilometers. The longest kill we made, Bathinda Raphael, was 89 nautical miles into India and 100 nautical miles from Pakistan. So that makes 189-kilometer long range kill. I think this would be the longest air-to-air kill ever recorded. So we didn't go in, we didn't penetrate them. So round 3 was actually round 2. Then round 2 was actually round 3, when we attacked them with the drones. We received, on the same day, we received a new batch of Akinci Turkish drones on the same day. They landed in Nurhan base, which was attacked right when they left. And phase 2 was actually phase 3, May 10th. So round 1, May 6th and 7th, when they attacked our civilians and destroyed the mosques. And a mosque is everywhere in Pakistan. On one street, even if you drop a cracker, it's going to hit one of the mosques. There are hundreds of thousands of mosques in Pakistan, and this one is sitting duck. So you could attack anything and then come back and claim, oh, they were attacked. And the imams of the mosque, those who are the let's say the popes or the bishops, they live in the mosque with their families. They have a separate quarters or a house within the mosque, and the whole family lives there. So one of the imams, his 5 children got killed in one of Bahawalpur. And Pakistan never denied. We didn't deny at all about India attacking. Although we claimed that they attacked 6 of the mosques, not 9. And the mosques are everywhere in Pakistan. Even in Balakot, when they came in 2019, they were looking for a mosque. And then the spice missiles they dropped, the payloads, they were not accurate. Now let's come to the accuracy. In one of your videos, you showed one of the mosques in, I think, Bahawalpur. I will reconfirm because I have my phone. I have not checked the video yet. I just heard it once. 4 missiles that you said that probably they were fired from the same aircraft, and probably they were fired from 2 or 3 different aircrafts. And then later on, the phase 4, that was, by the way, after Pakistani attack back to them. The Bulari base was attacked in phase 4. That was after the Pakistanis, once the jets came back, the Saab 2000, when it came back, landed back, and that was it. And I totally blame that. Probably be Trump administrations. They have something to do with it, because we had bought those aircrafts from them. So probably they had a chip or something, and the intel was given to India. That's why there was a pinpoint. The only pinpoint missile that hit any of our bases was Bulari base, and there were 4 drones specific to that tarmac only. The rest of the things, they were like, catching in the thin air. None of them reached the target. Whatever, even you have debunked a lot of things, a lot of fakery. You pointed out, nicely done. I mean, I didn't need to, you saved my work, a lot of work. Thank you very much for that. Merci beaucoup. So we're talking about the battery, the Bulari base. Now, and then so you showed another base, and you said that, well, this was a level to meter accuracy, because there was only one missile hit right in the middle of the runway, which was not going to make a big impact. I will tell you my story, how fast Pakistani runways were, runway repairing thing. We were on a mission on K8, and K8 was a new aircraft, so it had a lot of problems. K8 at that time, the pilot used to sit in front, tendency to ring. The pilot, the one who is the pilot, the instructor used to sit at the back, and the pilot. And why Chinese never made a solo on that one? Because the pilot in tandem seat arrangements has to sit in front. The one who is going to take off and land, he's going to sit in front, and the instructor pilot sitting at the back, monitoring whatever you're doing. So the engine fire warning light was at the back cockpit. So imagine if there's a fire in the engine, the front pilot would never come to know, because the warning light is in the back cockpit. So we had one engine failure on the runway 2, not me, one of my course mates. Once they put the power in, when they got to 100% power on the runway, and the engine went bang. But the most interesting thing was, I was coming for the landing. I was number 2 in line, and my course mate, along with his instructor, was number 1 in line. And they landed. So once they landed, one of their wheel just ran away, literally ran away. And on impact, what happens? That the wheel, when it touches, starts to rotate. It starts to move, right? Otherwise, in the air, they don't move at all. So once we got the gears down, and once it touched the runway, the wheel went off, the gear went off, and I was number 2 for landing, right behind them. But we were on the short finals, we have a distance of about, what you could say, 10 to 15 seconds of difference. So the first aircraft landed, I could see that one, and I'm at the back, and I'm coming now. All of a sudden, the ATC, they reported that they lost, they think that they lost something. Confirmed visuals with the ATC, which is sitting right next to the runway, called Mobile. And Mobile confirmed and told us to land on the right side of the runway, because without the wheel, with that speed, it was a lucky thing that the aircraft didn't topple. We have an accident on Mashhad. One of my course mates, is one of the gears, one of the brakes had less hydraulic liquid fluid, and the other one had more. So once he applied the brakes together, the one with the more fluid, the aircraft stopped from that side, and the other side still kept moving, and the whole Mashhad was toppled. But in this case, it didn't happen. But what it did, the what you call the metallic thing, which gets the gear, that went into the runway, and it made like almost 300 to 400 meter a ditch on the runway, on the left side of the runway, because they landed on the left side for somehow, not on the center line. And we were told to, because we were already on short finals, and I was going to flare off, like when you come down and you flare off. So that was like 7 to 8 seconds behind the other after the touchdown, because that's also because of the jet lag, the jet coming out from the back, so that you don't get into that air. So we landed, and the whole runway was 300 to 400 meters of runway was just like digging a kind of sewage system. It was at least 1.5 feet wide and 300 meters long. So in any normal country, that would have been like a job of 2 or 3 days, but that's 35 years ago. I mean, around 35 years ago, 30 years ago, let's say, 1995, September. So by August. So what happened? That we did that landing in the morning, and because we used that runway for T-37 as well, and for K-8 as well, K-8 drop from 8. And it was repaired within 2 or 3 hours. The whole runway was repaired, and the afternoon flying continued. So you were right. I'm just telling you that how quick Pakistani Air Force is. It takes a few hours to repair a 300 to 400 meter damaged runway, and that was deep. So pinpoint accuracy, that's what I was talking about. So you said that because of the de-escalation, again, analysis is wrong, because the sequence they gave, 1, 2, 3, 4, run 1, 2, run 3, run 4, the sequence is wrong. They didn't want to de-escalate. Whatever bases they shot, like for example, Sargodha base, they shot, one of the missiles did hit the runway. We already admitted that one. It did hit the runway, but 9 of them did not hit. And they went into the mountains, because we did the soft kills, we did on them. And even Indian media is now saying that it hit the nuclear facilities in Kirana Hills, which we also didn't know. And even the Indian officer, he said, well, I didn't know that there was a nuclear facility there. And now the whole Pakistan is under the radiation, and we are melting. The Pakistani government has put the people in the fridges so that they don't melt, so that much radiation. This is Indian media, man. And their Air Force, their Bollywood, their media, this is a Bermuda Triangle of these false propaganda. So it was not de-escalation. Now, coming up to the point that it was not de-escalated moves by Indian, I would give you the example of the first video which you gave, in which you said that there were 4 missiles. Look at this, one hit here, one hit in the south, one hit here. If they were from the same aircraft, they should have hit the same point of impact, all 4. If they were different aircrafts, they're using the same system. So the missile should have hit the same place. If they used 3 aircraft, 4 aircraft, doesn't matter at all. All the missiles should have gone to that one particular place where the first missile hit. But one is hitting on this side, the other is going that side, the third one is going this side, and the fourth one is going here. So that means that these were fired on random mosques. Google Earth, they checked, okay, there we go. We see this mosque, let's blow it up. That's what has happened, because there is no pattern to that one. Noor Khan base, I live right next to it. My family lives right next to it. And when we asked the point of impact of the 3 missiles that hit, they were like 300 meters apart from each other, those points. So this is what I want to tell you, that this was not pinpoint accuracy. Again, they are dooming the name of Rafale. Give it to Pakistan Air Force, and we'll show you what the accuracy actually means. If you look at the video, when Pakistan is firing Fateh 1, when our officer comes in and he says that we are going to start now, That was about 4:39 PST, Pakistan Standard Time in the morning. And you see, if you look at the missiles, one is going in the air. You can see the fumes, the trail behind it. And then when they fire the second one, you would see the trail of the smoke is exactly behind the second missile. And then the third one is going exactly behind the third one, behind the second one. So they all went, if they were fired from the same missile, from the same battery, if they were fired from different batteries, but the aim is the same, their target is the same, they would follow each other back to back. It's not that when they're coming to fall down, one is going to fall here, one is going to fall there, one is going to fall there. No, that was not pinpoint accuracy at all. So I think this would be all from my side. I will conclude. Pakistan did not deny that our civilian mosques were attacked by Indians. We never denied that. And India has to pay the price for our 36 martyrs, all civilians, kids including, and children including, and women including. Second thing, Pahalgam was a false flag attack. And India can never prove that that was done by anyone from Pakistan. We didn't do that. Even our military has proven we could have done the same thing. The number of mosques in Pakistan equals the number of mandirs, their synagogues, what you call, but temples in India, same thing. We could also have done the same thing, and destroyed any of the mandirs, searching Google Earth, and boom, and we would have said that they are the RSS terrorist camps. So this is not the way. Pakistan military and army and Air Force and Navy, they had proven that they were a very professional Air Force and they did not target any civilian despite they had the edge. Because India escalated and targeting into our sovereign airspace, into our people, and now they're crying that why Pakistan attacked back. It's like, this was really funny. Like you walk into a restaurant, right? And when they ask you for the check and you say, I came here to eat food. Why are you asking me for the check? That's what exactly Modi said the next day. हम तो पाकिस्तान में गए थे, आगे से पाकिस्तान ने ही हमला कर दिया. I mean that we attacked Pakistan and they attacked us back. Why? He's so stupid in his head. So we did not destroy any of the civilians. We were very professional. We launched our attack only on May 10th. We defended on May 6th and 7th. We defended on April 26th. And we attacked only on May 10th. With the drones, with the jet fighters, with our surface-to-surface missiles. But we did not attack any of the civilians. So I think that would be all for my side today. Anyhow, it was really good to hear that the French point of view is very clear. Yes, Rafale is one of the most potent aircrafts in the world, a great aircraft, but it's in the hand of Indians. Flying coffins. They're going to make it a flying coffin. And this reputation of Rafale has been down by the Indian Air Force. So I think France should think about signing another deal with them because it's the pilot, not the machine. Allah Hafiz.